you want to be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an action. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It is loud and it is wet here, Coach, as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. So happy to be with you, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
On the double. Mike 54, Mike. Check. Mike 54, Mike 54. That's right, baby.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back.
Let's go now. 10 Tucson. Number 53. Mike 53.
Mixon with a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Hey, let's...
So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take that.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Hey, let go. Let go.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Bernard looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And able to find Green. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Antonio Brown there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback, because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss block.
Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it here with Bernard. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
30 base.
Big stop, D. Big
On first down, Bernard. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I'm going to hit you.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
We won it. Come to my world. Hey, I-7.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A reminder coming up late. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. He'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on the... And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will take this one home. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a carry for Bernard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D.
Check 3. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
Now back to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. General West. 50.
On play action, they'll throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 25 yards that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
2nd down and inches. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
On the ball.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up a throw. On the screen, Bernard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
I got you, Pop. 5.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Go.
Back to throw here. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the